My name is Elias, and I'm a medium. Right now, I'm walking down a long hallway on the third floor of the Desert Star Hotel in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm feeling something powerful. Something that's been waiting to be heard. I checked into this hotel 2 hours ago. I'm here for a conference. Nothing unusual. But the moment I stepped into the elevator and pressed 3 for my floor, I felt her. A woman's presence. Gentle but persistent. Worried but loving. And the feeling has only gotten stronger as I've walked these halls. Before we continue, please comment where you are watching us from. Like and subscribe to support us and watch new readings every day. Room 308. That's where I'm supposed to be staying. That's the room the front desk assigned me. But as I approach the door with my keycard in hand, I stop. Because the presence I'm feeling isn't coming from inside the room. It's coming from the hallway. From someone who's here right now. I hear a cart rolling. The soft sound of wheels on carpet. I turn and see a woman in a hotel uniform pushing a housekeeping cart toward me. She's maybe mid-40s, with dark hair pulled back in a ponytail, tired eyes, and the kind of face that's seen hard work and harder losses. But what strikes me most is what happens when she sees room 308. She stops. Her whole body tenses. She looks at the door like it's a wound that never healed. And then she starts to turn her cart around, ready to skip this room entirely. The presence I'm feeling suddenly intensifies. The woman, the spirit, is practically shouting at me now. Not in words, but in emotion. She's desperate to reach the woman with the cart. Desperate to tell her something. Desperate to take away her pain. Excuse me, I say gently. The woman with the cart looks up, startled. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you. I was just going to come back later to service your room. That's okay. I actually wanted to ask you something. My name is Elias. She nods politely, professional. I'm Linda. If you need extra towels or anything, I can grab them right now. Linda, I say carefully. This is going to sound strange, but I need to tell you something. I'm a medium. I connect people with loved ones who have passed. And right now, there's someone here with us. Someone who loves you very much. Someone who's been trying to reach you for a long time. Linda's face goes pale. Her hand grips the handle of her cart so tightly her knuckles turn white. What? What are you talking about? Her voice is barely a whisper. Your sister. She's here. She's been here the whole time. Especially near this room. Near 308. Linda takes a step back, shaking her head. No, I don't. How do you know about her? Because she's showing me. She's showing me everything. And Linda, she has so much she wants to tell you. She knows you've been carrying guilt about what happened. She knows you blame yourself. And she needs you to know the truth. Tears start streaming down Linda's face. I can't do this. I can't talk about this here. This is where I know. This is where she passed. In room 308. And that's exactly why she's here now. Because she knows you avoid this room. She knows you've been living with this pain for months. And today, she finally gets the chance to reach you. Linda covers her mouth with her hand, sobbing quietly. Are you really Elias? Like Elias the medium? I've seen your videos. My daughter watches them. Yes, and I didn't plan this. I was just assigned this room. But your sister made sure I'd be here. She made sure we'd meet. Because what she needs to tell you can't wait anymore. Linda looks at room 308 and back at me. Carmen. Her name was Carmen. She was my sister. My best friend. My everything. She still is, I say gently. And she's right here. Are you ready to hear what she has to say? Linda wipes her eyes, takes a shaky breath, and nods. Okay, but not in the hallway. Can we go somewhere private? Of course. There's a housekeeping break room at the end of the hall. Let me grab my things and we can go there. As Linda waits for me, I see her hand reach into her uniform pocket and pull out something small. A rosary. She holds it tightly, and I know without asking, it was Carmen's. This is why I do this work. For moments like these, when the living finally get to hear what the departed have been trying to say all along, we walk to the small break room at the end of the hallway. It's modest, a few chairs, a table, a microwave, a coffee maker that's seen better days. Linda parks her cart outside and closes the door behind us. We sit across from each other at the table, and I can see her hands trembling as she holds Carmen's rosary. Okay, I begin gently. Let me explain how this works. Your sister's spirit is going to communicate with me through feelings, images, words, and sometimes physical sensations. I'll tell you what she's showing me, and you let me know if it resonates. The things I tell you will be specific details only you and Carmen would know. That's how you'll know this is real. Does that make sense? Yes, Linda says, her voice shaky. Elias, I need to tell you something. I'm terrified right now. What if she's angry with me? What if she blames me for what happened? I can already feel Carmen's energy, Linda, and I promise you, there's no anger here. What I'm feeling is love. Pure, deep, sisterly love. And concern. She's worried about you. She's been watching you carry this burden for 10 months, and it breaks her heart. Linda nods, tears already forming. 10 months. It's been exactly 10 months. She knows. She's been with you every single day since. And today, she finally gets to tell you what you need to hear. I close my eyes for a moment, tuning into Carmen's presence. It's warm, maternal, protective. And then I hear it, a name, spoken with such affection. Who's Lindita? I ask, opening my eyes. Linda gasps, her hand flying to her chest. Oh my God, that's what Carmen called me? It's like a sweet version of Linda. She called me that since we were kids. No one else ever used that name. Just her. She's saying it right now. She's saying, tell Lindita I'm here. Tell her I never left her. Linda is crying openly now. She's really here? Carmen is really here? She is. And she's showing me something very specific. The rosary you're holding. That was hers, wasn't it? Linda looks down at the rosary in her hands. Yes, she wore this every single day. Our grandmother gave it to her before she passed. When they gave me Carmen's belongings, this was with her. She had it in her pocket. I've worn it on every shift since that day. She knows. She sees you touch it when you're stressed, when you're walking past room 308, when you're struggling. And Linda, she wants you to know that every time you touch that rosary, she's right there with you. I do that. I touch it, and I pray, and I ask her to forgive me. She's showing me something else. A cart, not the one you have now, but a different one. Her cart. You're using it, aren't you? Linda's eyes widen. Yes, after she passed, I asked if I could have her cart. It sounds crazy, but I couldn't stand the thought of someone else using it. So now I use Carmen's cart every day. It's the closest I can get to working alongside her again. It's not crazy. And Carmen sees you pushing that cart. She sees you taking care of it, keeping it clean, treating it with respect. She knows what it means to you. How could you possibly know about the cart, Elias? I've never told anyone that, because Carmen is showing me. She's here, and she's showing me everything. Linda, she's also showing me something specific about the day she passed. And I need to talk about it. Is that okay? Linda's face tightens with fear. I don't know if I can hear this. I understand. But she needs you to hear it. She needs you to understand what really happened. Because what you've been telling yourself for 10 months, it's not the truth. What do you mean? There was a text message. She texted you that day. Do you still have it? Linda pulls out her phone with shaking hands. She scrolls to a conversation and shows me the screen. There's the last message from Carmen. Feeling weird, LOL. That's it, I say. That's the message she's showing me. And Linda, she wants you to know something about that message. Something you need to understand. I ignored it, Linda whispers. She was asking for help, and I ignored it. I was on the phone with my boyfriend, and I saw the text come in, and I thought she was joking. The LOL made me think she was fine. So I didn't go check on her. I stayed on my call. And an hour later, I found her. Where did you find her? In the bathtub. Room 308. She was cleaning the bathtub, and she ... She collapsed. She was already gone. The paramedics said it was her heart, that it was quick. But she was alone, Elias. She texted me for help, and I wasn't there. Carmen's presence intensifies, and I feel her urgency to correct this narrative. Linda, your sister is telling me something very important right now. She's saying that the Lolo in that text was real. She really did think it was nothing. She felt a little off, a little weird, but she didn't know it was serious. She wasn't asking for help. She was just sharing a random thought with her sister, the way you two always did. Linda stares at me, processing this. She's also telling me that what happened next, the heart issue, it happened fast. So fast, within minutes of sending that text, she was already. Within minutes of sending that text, she was already experiencing the event. I continue. It wasn't a slow thing where she was calling out for you, and you didn't come. It was sudden and overwhelming. And Linda, she wants you to know that even if you'd been standing right next to her, there's nothing you could have done. This was going to happen no matter what. Linda shakes her head, tears streaming. But I should have checked on her. I should have at least texted back. Instead, I was laughing with my boyfriend about some stupid thing, and my sister was alone. She's showing me more about that day. About your boyfriend. You were planning something, weren't you? Something important. Linda looks surprised. How do you know about that? Because Carmen knows. She was aware of everything happening in your life. What were you planning? My boyfriend had asked me to move in with him. We were on the phone talking about it. About whether I should say yes. About logistics. About my fears. It was a big decision. And I was so focused on that conversation that I didn't even think twice about Carmen's text. Carmen knew about the moving in discussion. And she was happy for you. She wanted you to have love in your life, Linda. She wanted you to build a future. But I chose talking about my future over checking on her. You chose to have a normal conversation on a normal day. You had no way of knowing what was about to happen. And Carmen is being very clear with me right now. She doesn't want you to feel guilty for living your life. That's what sisters do. They support each other's happiness. I pause, feeling Carmen showing me something specific about their relationship, about their shared history. Carmen was more than your sister, wasn't she? She raised you. After your parents went back to Mexico, Carmen became like a mother to you. Linda's eyes widen in shock. Yes, I was 12 when our parents were deported. Carmen was 15. We stayed here with our aunt, but our aunt worked all the time. So Carmen took care of me. She made sure I ate, did my homework, got to school. She was my sister and my mom, all in one. And you both ended up working at this hotel, together, for how many years? 15 years. We started as housekeepers on the same day. We worked the same shifts whenever we could. We'd eat lunch together, cover for each other, celebrate each other's birthdays in the break room. This hotel was our second home. Carmen is showing me birthdays. Cakes in this very break room. Singing in Spanish. Laughing. She's showing me that this place holds so many happy memories, not just the one tragic day. It does. But now every time I walk these halls, all I can think about is that day. Finding her in that bathtub. Calling 911. Watching them try to help her. Knowing it was too late. I feel a shift in Carmen's energy. Something heavier is coming. Physical sensations are starting to manifest. Linda, I need to talk about what happened to Carmen. About the heart event. I'm starting to feel what she felt, and I need to share it with you. But it might be difficult to hear. Are you ready? Linda grips the rosary tighter. Yes, I need to know. I need to know if she suffered. If she was scared. If she was calling for me. Okay, I'm feeling pressure now. In my chest. Like something squeezing. It's uncomfortable, but it's not painful yet. Is that what the doctor said happened? A heart issue? They said it was a massive heart event. That her heart just stopped working properly. They said it was genetic, probably. That she'd had an underlying condition she didn't know about. She'd been complaining about feeling tired lately, but we both just thought it was from working so much. She's showing me that she was in room 308, cleaning the bathtub. She was bent over, scrubbing, and suddenly she felt that pressure in her chest. She stood up, tried to catch her breath. She felt dizzy. Oh God, Linda whispers. She reached for her phone. She wanted to text you. Not because she thought it was an emergency, but because texting you always made her feel better. That's when she sent feeling weird LO. She genuinely thought it would pass. And then what happened? The pressure got worse. Fast. She felt confused. She tried to sit down on the edge of the bathtub to rest. But her body wasn't responding the way it should. And Linda, within 30 seconds of sitting down, she lost consciousness. She didn't feel any more pain after that. Her spirit separated from her body almost immediately. Linda is sobbing now. I found her an hour later. A whole hour. She was just sitting there, slumped over. I thought she'd fallen asleep at first. I actually laughed and said, Carmen, wake up. We have work to do. But then I realized, You realized she wasn't breathing. I screamed. I called 911. I tried CPR even though I didn't really know how. I was begging her to wake up. The paramedics came, but they said she'd been gone for a while. That there was nothing anyone could have done. They were right. And Linda, Carmen wants you to understand something crucial. She's showing me the timeline very clearly. From the moment she texted you to the moment she lost consciousness was less than 2 minutes. Even if you'd run to room 308 the second you got that text, you wouldn't have made it in time. The heart event was too severe, too fast. But I'll never know for sure, because I didn't even try. Carmen is telling me right now she's glad you didn't see it happen. She's glad you weren't there to watch her struggle, to watch her collapse. She wanted to protect you from that trauma. Linda, your sister is showing me exactly what happened after she lost consciousness, and you need to hear this. It's important for your healing. Linda wipes her tears and nods. Okay, tell me. When Carmen lost consciousness in that bathtub, her spirit immediately began separating from her body. She's showing me that she felt no more pain. The physical discomfort stopped. And what she experienced next was peaceful. She felt like she was floating, light, free. Really? She wasn't scared? She wasn't scared. She was confused at first, wondering what was happening. But then she looked down and saw her body sitting on the edge of that bathtub, and she understood. And her very first thought wasn't about herself. It was about you. About me? Yes, she immediately thought, Lindita is going to find me. Lindita is going to blame herself. She's showing me that she tried to reach you. She tried to communicate, to tell you she was okay, but you couldn't hear her. Not yet. Linda covers her face with her hands. I was still on the phone with my boyfriend, laughing, planning my future. While Carmen was, while she was already gone. And Carmen saw that. She saw you on the phone, happy, making plans. And Linda, she was glad. She was glad you were having a normal moment. She was glad you weren't sitting there, worried about her text. Because that meant she'd succeeded in not burdening you. But I should have been burdened. She was my sister. She was your sister who spent 15 years taking care of you, who raised you when your parents couldn't, who worked alongside you every single day. And her final act of love was protecting you from worry. That LOL in the text? That was intentional, Linda. Even though she felt weird, she added, "Lel," so you wouldn't panic. Linda looks at her phone again, staring at that last message. I never thought of it that way. Carmen is being very clear with me now. She's saying, I knew Lindita would drop everything if I sounded worried. I knew she'd come running. But I didn't want to interrupt her life for something I thought was nothing. That's what sisters do. We protect each other. But it wasn't nothing. It was everything. She didn't know that. And by the time she realized something was seriously wrong, it was already too late. Linda, the medical examiner confirmed this was genetic, right? An underlying heart condition? Yes. They said she probably had it her whole life and never knew. They said it could have happened at any time, while she was sleeping, driving, anything. They said she was lucky it happened, while she was sitting down, so she didn't fall and hurt herself more. Lucky. That's an interesting word. And Carmen agrees with it. She's showing me that she's grateful it happened at work, where she'd eventually be found, rather than at home alone, where it might have been days. She's grateful you were the one to find her, not a stranger or a guest. I don't feel grateful. Finding her like that was the worst moment of my life. I understand. But Carmen is showing me something about that moment. When you found her and started doing CPR, even though she was already gone, she was right there with you. Her spirit was standing beside you, watching you try to save her. And she was saying, "Stop, Lindita. I'm already gone. I'm okay. Please don't hurt yourself trying." She could see how hard you were pressing on her chest, how panicked you were. I didn't know what else to do. I couldn't just do nothing. You did everything love could do. You called for help. You tried. You stayed with her. And when the paramedics arrived and confirmed what you already feared, you held her hand one last time. Do you remember that? Yes. They let me stay with her for a few minutes before they took her away. I held her hand and I told her I was sorry. I said, "I'm sorry I wasn't here, Carmen." "I'm so sorry," she heard you. And she was trying to tell you, don't apologize. You have nothing to be sorry for. But you couldn't hear her. Not then. Linda is crying so hard now she can barely speak. I've been carrying this for 10 months, Elias. 10 months of guilt. 10 months of avoiding room 308. 10 months of looking at that text message and hating myself for not responding. 10 months of wondering if she felt abandoned in her final moments. She didn't feel abandoned. She felt loved. She felt grateful for you. And Linda, she wants me to tell you about something specific you've been doing. Something you think she doesn't know about. What? Room 308. You won't clean it. You've arranged with the other housekeepers to handle it. You walk past it every shift, but you never go inside. Why? Because I can't. Every time I even look at that door, I see her. I see her sitting there. I feel the panic. I hear my own screaming. I can't go back in there. Carmen knows. She's seen you avoid it for 10 months. And she wants you to know something important. That room isn't a tomb. It's just a room. She's not trapped there. She's not haunting it. She's with you, Linda. Wherever you go, she's there. When you're pushing her cart down the hallway, she's walking beside you. When you touch her rosary, she's holding your hand. Then why can't I feel her? Because the guilt is too loud. It's drowning out everything else. But today, that changes. Because Carmen is finally getting through to you. Linda, your sister is telling me something very clearly right now, I say, leaning forward. She's saying, Lindita, it was not your fault. There was nothing you could have done to prevent this. I don't blame you for being on the phone. I don't blame you for not responding to my text immediately. I don't blame you for living your life. Please, please stop punishing yourself. Linda's shoulders shake with sobs. But I should have known. I should have felt something was wrong. You're not psychic, Linda. You're human. And Carmen is showing me that she didn't want you to be on high alert all the time. She wanted you to be free, to be happy, to make plans with your boyfriend, to live your life without constantly worrying about her. I miss her so much. She knows. And she misses you too. But Linda, she's been with you every single day since she passed. She's been trying to show you signs, trying to comfort you. But you've been so wrapped up in guilt that you haven't been able to see them. What kind of signs? She's showing me something. After she passed, you started doing something new. Something you'd never done before. What was it? Linda thinks for a moment, then her eyes widen. I started going to church. Carmen was always religious. She went to Mass every Sunday, prayed her rosary every night. I wasn't like that. But after she passed, I started going to her church. I sit in the same pew she used to sit in. I light a candle for her every week. She's there with you every single time. When you light that candle, when you pray, when you sit in her pew, she's right beside you. And she wants you to know that she's so proud of you for finding comfort in faith. Even though you didn't grow up as religious as her, you're honoring her in that way. Really? Really. And Linda, she's showing me something else. Something about your boyfriend. The one you were talking to that day. What happened with him? Linda looks down. I said no. He asked me to move in, and I said no. I broke up with him 2 months after Carmen passed. Why? Because I didn't deserve to be happy. Carmen was gone, and it felt wrong to move forward with my life. How could I move in with someone, start a new chapter, when my sister didn't get to have any more chapters? Carmen is shaking her head right now. She's saying, no, no, no. That's not what I wanted. That's the opposite of what I wanted. What do you mean? She wants you to be happy, Linda. She wants you to fall in love, move in with someone, build a life. She didn't spend 15 years taking care of you, so you could spend the rest of your life alone and guilty. She raised you to thrive, not just survive. But it feels like a betrayal, like I'm leaving her behind. You're not leaving her behind. She's coming with you. Every step you take, every happy moment you have, every time you laugh or love or live, she's there celebrating with you. Linda, she's also showing me something specific you keep. Something of hers that you've held on to. Besides the rosary and the cart, there's something else. What is it? Linda reaches into her other pocket and pulls out a small, worn photograph. It's of 2 young girls, arms around each other, smiling at the camera. This is us. I was 12, she was 15. It was taken a week after our parents left. We were scared, alone, didn't know what would happen to us. But Carmen told me, as long as we have each other, we'll be okay. I've carried this photo every day since she passed. She sees you take it out during your breaks. She sees you look at it and cry. And she wants you to know something. She's saying, we're still okay, Lindita. We're still together. I'm just on the other side now. But the love didn't go anywhere. It's still here. It's always going to be here. Linda clutches the photo to her chest. I just wish I could tell her I love her one more time. You do tell her. Every time you touch that rosary. Every time you look at that photo. Every time you push her cart. She hears you, Linda. Every single time. Suddenly, I see goosebumps rise on Linda's arms. She gasps, looking down at them. Did you just get goosebumps? I ask. Yes. All over. What does that mean? That's Carmen. That's her soul moving right through you. That's her way of saying, I'm here, Lindita. I'm really here. Everything Elias is telling you is true. Linda stares at her arms in wonder, then looks around the room as if trying to see Carmen. Carmen, are you really here? She's nodding. She's smiling. And Linda, she wants to tell you about something specific that's coming up in your life. Carmen is showing me something about the future, I continue. Something important that's coming up. There's a date. An anniversary. It's coming soon, isn't it? Linda's face tightens. Yes, in 2 weeks, it'll be 1 year. 1 year since she passed. I've been dreading it. What are you planning to do that day? Nothing. I asked for the day off work. I can't be here. I can't walk these halls on that day. I was thinking I'd just stay home, maybe go to the cemetery, light a candle. I don't know. I just know I can't be here. Carmen is telling me something different. She's saying she wants you to be here. She wants you to work that day. Linda looks shocked. What? Why would she want that? Because this hotel was your shared home for 15 years. These halls hold your history together. All the birthdays, all the lunch breaks, all the jokes, all the hard days, all the celebrations. They're all here. And she doesn't want you to remember her passing. She wants you to remember her living. But being here on that day, it'll be too painful. It will be painful. But Carmen is showing me that pain and love can exist together. And she's telling me something specific she wants you to do. She wants you to go into room 308. Linda shakes her head violently. No, I can't. Elias, I can't go in there. You can. And you will. Not alone, Carmen will be with you. And Linda, she's showing me why it's important. That room has become a symbol of your guilt, your pain, your worst day. But she wants it to just be a room again. A room where she happened to transition from this life to the next. A room that doesn't hold power over you anymore. I don't know if I'm strong enough. You are. You're stronger than you know. You've worked here every day for 10 months, walking past that room, carrying this burden, and you're still standing. That takes incredible strength. Carmen gave me that strength. She always made me strong. And she's still making you strong. Linda, she's also showing me something about your daughter. You mentioned she watches my videos. Tell me about her. Linda's face softens. Rosa, she's 17. She's applying to colleges right now. She wants to be a nurse, just like Carmen wanted to be when she was young. Carmen never got to finish nursing school. She had to drop out to take care of me. But she always encouraged Rosa to pursue it. Carmen is there for every college application Rosa fills out. She's so proud of her. And she's telling me that Rosa is going to get into her top choice school. The acceptance letter is coming soon. Really? Rosa's been so stressed about it. It's coming. And Carmen wants you to celebrate it properly. She wants you to take Rosa out to dinner, buy her flowers, make a big deal of it. Because that's what Carmen would have done. She would have. She loved Rosa like her own daughter. She still does. And Linda, Carmen is showing me something else. Something lighter. She's making a joke right now. She's saying something about your cooking. What does that mean? Linda laughs through her tears. Oh, God. Carmen used to tease me all the time because I can't cook to save my life. She was an amazing cook learned from our grandmother. I burn everything. She used to say, Lindita, thank God you married that microwave because real food is afraid of you. I laugh. She's saying that right now. She's saying, tell her the microwave misses her too. Linda is laughing and crying at the same time. That's so Carmen. Even from the other side, she's roasting me. She wants you to laugh again, Linda. She wants you to remember the joy you shared, not just the loss. She's showing me memories of you too in this break room, eating lunch, laughing so hard you cried. She wants more of that in your life. I haven't laughed like that since she left. She knows, and it breaks her heart. She's telling me that the best way to honor her memory is to live fully, love fully, laugh fully. She didn't raise you to be sad forever. She raised you to be strong, independent, and happy. Linda wipes her eyes. Elias, can I ask you something? Of course. Does she know about the money? The money I've been saving? What money? After Carmen passed, I found out she had a small life insurance policy through the hotel. It wasn't much, but she named me as the beneficiary. I haven't touched it. I've kept it in a separate account. I don't feel like I deserve it. Carmen's presence intensifies, and I can feel her frustration mixed with love. Linda, Carmen is very clear about this. She's saying, that money is for you. I got that policy specifically, so you'd have something if anything happened to me. Use it. Live your life. Maybe even use it to visit Mexico, to see the family, to reconnect with your roots. That's what I wanted for you? She wanted me to visit Mexico? She's showing me that you haven't been back since your parents left. 28 years. She wanted you to go back, to heal that wound, to see your parents again. She couldn't go with you when she was alive because of work, but now she can. Her spirit can travel with you anywhere. Linda's eyes fill with fresh tears. I've been too afraid to go back. Too much pain there. Carmen understands. But she's telling me it's time. Time to heal old wounds. Time to reconnect. Time to remember where you came from. Can she be with you every step of the way? Elias, there's so much I want to say to her. So much I wish I'd said before. She knows it all. But Linda, if there's one thing you need to hear before we finish, it's this. Carmen is preparing to give you her final message. The one she's been waiting to say for 10 months. Are you ready? Linda takes a deep breath, clutches the rosary, and nods. Yes, I'm ready. Linda, Carmen is giving me her final message now. She says, Lindita, you were the greatest gift of my life. Raising you, working beside you, watching you become strong and independent, that was my purpose. I don't regret a single sacrifice I made for you. That text message, that day, that moment, it wasn't your fault. I need you to forgive yourself. I need you to go into room 308 and take back your peace. I need you to use that money and visit our family. I need you to let yourself love again. Most importantly, I need you to stop just surviving and start living. I'm not gone. I'm right here, walking these halls with you every single day. I love you, Lindita. Now live for both of us. Linda is sobbing but smiling. She holds up the rosary. I love you too, Carmen. Thank you for never leaving me. Thank you, Linda, I say. Thank you for letting me help you connect with your sister's beautiful spirit. As Linda walks back to her cart, she pauses at room 308. She takes a deep breath, touches the rosary, and whispers, Soon, Carmen. Soon I'll be ready. That's why I do this work. Please comment where you are watching us from. Like and subscribe to support us and watch new readings every day. God bless you.